Many men nowadays, they don't understand this responsibility that
Oo.
they have to take accountability between you and your wife.
A lot of Filipino men specifically don't take responsibility is because they're afraid to take risk. Ayaw nilang mapahiya eh.
Sing that in the country now. Kasi tingnan mo yung leaders natin ngayon, lahat, 'di ba? Mayaman, pera, 'di ba? Perks, mga sessions, because I'm powerful.
That's not powerful. Instead of you should be the one leading the war, serving. Have you ever experienced yung time na may na-achieve ka na, for example, may na-close kang business deal. Tapos, pag uwi mo sa bahay, the moment na ni-report mo kay Mrs., sabi niya sa'yo, nasaan na yung pinabili ko sa yung milk? Imbes na sabihin, congratulations babe, naka-close ka, yayaman na tayo. Pero ang nag-iisang importante sa kanya is yung gatas na pinabili niya sa'yo kaninang umaga. Nakalimutan mo. Bakit kaya ganon ang mindset ng mga babae? So in this episode of the First Step podcast is very special. Why? Kasi we've always been doing this via Zoom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And today, we're here in Bacolod City together, TFS.
And that's the first step.
And that's the first step. This is a very special moment to us kasi first time nating mag-podcast to na magkakasama talaga tayo. And it shows that this movement that we're trying to start will eventually disrupt the system, the community, our culture, di ba? So what we will be talking about today is something very important to us bilang lalaki.
Yeah.
We've experienced those times na halimbawa, for example, bibili ka ng kotse. And then, sabihin na lang natin, nag-order tayo sa restaurant. Right?
Yeah.
Restaurant. Kasama natin si Mrs. And then, tinanong mo si Mrs., oh, babe, anong gusto mong kainin? What do you wanna eat? And then, sabi niya sa'yo, oh, ikaw bahala. Ikaw na ikaw bahala. Tapos sabi mo, hindi, ikaw na mag-decide. Tapos, in the end, nung umorder siya, ayaw niya. Di ba? Ayaw niya. After waiting for 5 to 10 minutes, bakit kaya ganun yung mindset ng mga babae? Nahihirapan mamili ng pagkain, nahihirapan mamili ng damit. Right? Bakit kailangan ka pa niyang tanungin, babe, does this dress look good on me? Laging tatanungin yung opinion natin mga lalaki.
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
Ako I'll take a shot at this. One time I asked my wife, bakit ka ganon? Ending, natulog ako sa couch. No, but I think more like, kasi iba talaga yung wiring natin eh. I mean, like, if you look at the way that we process information as men, there's really a difference talaga biologically with the way that women process as well. And I think that talaga, like, for example, pag decision making, no, it actually comes as a really good surprise, and it's positive siya kasi parang may compliment na nangyayari na parang like women, I think, like in some way or another, I think I can't remember like where I heard this, but there was a podcaster din na parang who said that research will show that women, yung decision making nila, it's really more based on emotions and feelings. And then for men, we're very logical. Let's look at the facts, objective. And that's good because there are some decisions that have to be made na talagang objective tayo, like what do you wanna eat, 'di ba? Pero meron ding ibang mga instances where, for example, yung anak mo is emotional kasi your son or daughter lost a competition. And in that scenario, as men tayo, parang don't feel bad, this was gonna be a next time, and we're always just, telling them, get back on your feet, which is correct. But what they need most at that time is an emotional decision or an emotional response. Na parang it's really more empathetic, mas mas hindi mo ginagaslit yung anak mo. And yeah, I mean, like I guess like that tandem, I guess kind of like works out for us. But like that's just my thought on like how that works.
an issue. Like somebody understands what they are feeling.
Yeah, yeah. Which honestly tayo as men, sobrang bobo tayo pagdating ng ganun.
Yeah, very very objective lang yung mindset natin. A is A, B is B. Yeah, and there's no other thing to consider. Like emotions, how does this person feel? Pero on a positive note, I feel that magaling yung mga babae dun eh. They're super good at making our children feel better when they start to feel like shit.
Yeah.
Kasi yun yung example mo, natalo sa competition. Our women can do better than us when it comes to consoling,
Yeah.
our children.
That's
Ikaw, bro,
part
what
of
are your
their
thoughts?
that's part of the nurturing nature of women. There's a difference between men and women kasi. So in history and during our hunter-gatherer stage, it is the hunters men who take the risks. So what does that mean? No, we make the decisions and we take responsibility of the outcome. Women actually did not evolve into that kind of work, no? Ang nangyari, so as simple as saan tayo kakain, honey? Bahala ka. Kaya babalik niya sa'yo eh. Bahala ka, honey. Huwag mo sasabihin, hindi. Kung saan mo gusto. You decide and take responsibility if that restaurant is good or not. Because if you let the woman decide and then the restaurant is bad, actually, you will be the one responsible for it. You will feel bad na parang dapat pala ako na nang nag-decide instead of her. You will always take the ultimate responsibility eh. Kasi pag babae naman, they are uncomfortable with that one. That doesn't mean they are lesser. It's just that it is our responsibility to guide, to direct the relationship or to direct something that we need to do. It's just a natural thing eh. Yan ang difference yan ang tinatawag na masculine and feminine polarity. That's why you have a relationship, bro eh. No, kailangan meron kayong difference. Ikaw yung magde-decide, you take responsibility over it. And then ang babae is focused on connection, nurturing, intimacy. That's my
It's okay
That's my
it's
take.
okay lang naman na you take the input of your woman ng babae.
Yes.
That's fine because
Oo.
they actually there are times where I've consulted my wife when it comes to making the decision. Like for example, should I buy this item? Should I go for this? Should we
You
travel?
get her opinion.
Yeah, get her opinion. But I need to understand too that let's say I took her advice and it didn't work out. It's not her fault.
It's yours.
It's my fault because ako yung nag-lead.
Ikaw yung ultimate
Right.
decision.
Ultimate decision maker. Kasi many men nowadays, especially yung mga modern men, they don't understand this responsibility that
Oo.
they have to take accountability between you and your wife or your partner. Yeah, kasi we've been peppered with ideas that we are all equal. Okay, we are not equal. We are not the same. May mga times, there are aspects na mas magaling yung mga babae kaysa sa atin. And there are aspects that we are better than them. And we must fully understand those aspects, those things that they're better kaysa sa'yo. And you must respect that. Magaling si wife when it comes to consoling or more of the EQ stuff, to our kids or to our friends. Mas magaling siya dyan. I understand this. And it's okay. I don't always have to be better because we are different. Yeah.
Bro, na-experience nyo ba yung parang, for example, you ask your wife something to buy or parang where to go lang for a restaurant and then you follow that advice and then mali yung nangyari. It's not a good experience. And then, you told, sinabi mo eh. Tapos sasabihin sa'yo ng partner mo, finalo mo eh. In the end, babalik sa'yo eh. Kasi the woman naturally will look up to you as the ultimate responsible over that decision.
I think also kasi like I don't know if it's you want to say that it's no, it's biological. I'm not so sure. I mean, I haven't really looked into it, but it's just ingrained in us nature-wise. Probably even at like a not even like a biological level. But at some point, even like at a supernatural level. Like there's just something about the roles that we play in a relationship na okay, I get it, no? I mean, of course, hindi naman talaga siya blanket na dapat yung babae magaling magluto. Alam mo yun, yung lalaki, mas malaki yung income. Hindi, I mean, like, times have changed. Yes, I get it. But there are some aspects of the relationships that are not interchangeable. And I think like what you said, Dex, no, yung like the decision making, the taking on accountability, responsibility, that really has to fall on men. It just naturally has to happen. I'm not saying, of course, that the woman will not be accountable, but the ultimate accountability will still be the man.
So tingin mo, why is it that modern men don't understand this? Na they don't take responsibility.
I think it's a lot of it has to play with how it's a nature and nurture kind of conversation. No? But I would probably like lean more towards the nurture side. Truth of the matter is kasi hindi na yun yung training ng mga men ngayon. We're kind of like we're given so many options and like looking at the WOKE. No?
Yeah.
Woke.
Woke. Diba? Minsan lang naman tayo nagla-live so might as well get
Oh,
canceled.
yeah.
Pero the woke mentality will tell you that you're accepted, and
definition of woke?
Well, ikaw muna. Woke meaning parang it's like, for example, everyone is equal. No? Everyone is the same. No, that's why nagkakaroon ng overlap of roles. Social justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion, DEI is woke. No? So in other words, pwedeng magtayo ka ng yung CR na pambabae, pwedeng pasukan ng isang transgender na lalaki or babae, no? So they go to the same CR because it's part of the equity, inclusion,
I
and
see.
diversity. So it's not fit with the natural course of our race, of our of humanity, basically.
Ikaw bro, what's your definition of woke?
I think that woke is, I mean, of course, there's a big definition, but like in the context of this conversation, it's just giving you an option to not have to face the consequences.
That's one.
Diba? Na parang, hindi, kasi ganito ako eh. That's who I am. That's always the excuse. I was born this way. No, you weren't born that way. You were raised that way. Many times, kasi it really goes back to the nurture side eh. Ano yung naka-ingrained, ano yung like what is and I think like in the US right now, I have a lot of friends who are kind of like worried about how the education system is kind of like leaning towards, the diversity. Again, I mean, of course, I'm not saying that sobrang perfect talaga din ng opposing side. There has to be a balance, but in the context of like raising men, there is really a challenge when it comes to that kind of like mentality kasi parang nagiging optional lahat eh. You can take on that responsibility, you can say no, that's fine. You can be a different kind of like man who does not have to make decisions. I mean, my ultimate dream, just to give you an idea, no, is to be a houseman. Sinabi ko talaga kay Ses yun. Sabi ko, if you give me a choice, I would rather stay at home, take care of the kids, magluto ako ng sourdough. Like, alam mo yun, that's the kind of
Sourdough talaga yun. Socially.
yeah. But the thing is, that does not mean that I am now like a lesser.
Reduced to a level of
Oo, kasi and this has been made very clear din sa amin dalawa ni Ses.
But that is your purpose. And being a masculine is basically your purpose.
Right. Yeah. But like for example, like when it comes to making like money decisions, even if like we talk about this, like if I told Ses, if you make more money, does that mean that I have lesser say? Not necessarily, because like again, okay, fine. Doesn't mean that I get a larger pie of the money. That's not the point. The question is, who is accountable once there is a mistake, no, financially?
One thing, bro, kung bakit nagkakaroon ng ah na misunderstanding, or why a lot of Filipino men specifically don't take responsibility, is because they're afraid to take risk. Ayaw nilang mapahiya eh. So when they decide, for example, as simple as where to eat, and mali, di masarap yung pagkain, sasabihin ng babae, sisisihin sila eh. Hindi ko nag-decide eh. Men don't want to feel, the modern men don't want to feel that responsibility. Gusto nila laging tama. But as men, we always need to take that kind of risk na pwede tayong maging mali. And then from that mistake, we learn from it. Now we learn from it, we grow from it. Eh. Kasi,
Regardless of the outcome.
regardless of the outcome, kasi it's part of growth eh, and it's part of wisdom. So you make mistakes, and then the next time you know what to do. And kunyari, sinisi ka, it's okay, next time, sinisi ka, mali ito yung pinili mo, daddy, or mali pinili mo, Dex, Patrick, Rico. Hindi, parang it's okay. Next time, sa iba tayo, alam ko na yung gagawin. Mas re-respetuhin ka pa ng partner mo.
Yeah. Oh, and I think another thing then, no, another problem I see with why men can't make can't make those kinds of decisions or live that way. It's because they can't like really think of anyone else except themselves. Now, why do I say that? Kasi why is it that your woman or your children, even in this scenario, like the the picture of like the family, don't trust you as a father, as a husband, as a partner? It's because all of your decisions are what you want. And kung ganun, di talaga. Versus na if you bring the family and say, okay guys, this is where we're gonna go on a vacation because I know that, ate likes this, your mom wants that, and then everyone can have their own fun in this vacation. Versus being a man na, dito yung bakasyon because gusto ko mag ganito, 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 ganito. Ito yung budget ko. Walang like any thought for everyone else in the family. Then no one's gonna want to fall under your leadership. So as a man, I think like one trait, one skill, if you want to call it that, that needs to be learned again is learning how to make a decision for the collective, not just for yourself. Basically, bottom line is stop being so selfish.
And then take responsibility,
Take responsibility.
over that decision after you get the opinions of your family members. And then, okay, alam ko na kung saan tayo pupunta.
You know
And
what?
then take the
Yung woke,
responsibility.
the term woke, bro, I always thought that woke means you are counterculture.
You are enlightened.
You are enlightened, correct? Ayun ang
Actually,
ibig sabihin ng woke.
Kasi woke eh, parang buhay eh.
Oo.
Does,
Actually, kabalik.
yes. Now,
Kabalik
there's a reason
taran.
why I asked that earlier. Because if everybody, how many percent of men are so-called woke? Woke as in yung woke na non-accountable. Ilang percent?
Bro, marami. And actually, thank you for the wokeism culture, no? Wokeism is actually basically conformity culture.
Yeah.
It just conforms on what the society wants them to do or to have. Diba? Or wants them to believe.
If the definition of woke is being enlightened, doesn't that mean na tayo yung woke?
Yeah.
Because we understand the nature of the genders.
Yeah.
We understand the
difference.
Yeah, the difference. We understand itong mga positive values that we've been talking about for many months.
Yeah.
So, wokeism, right, is not supposed to be theirs. It's supposed to be ours.
Mahilig kasi sa label ngayon ang society natin, bro.
Mm.
Woke, DEI. No, sometimes you don't even understand.
Yeah.
You don't even understand what does that mean. It's just the labels. The labels.
Ako, like personally, for me, there are some aspects that, I mean, if you listen, parang you kind of get why that's kind of like the general, framework for the woke culture now. Because I think there's also a failure on the, the right bleeding side. Kasi parang at the same time, there are some faults din on the right bleeding side. Minsan, gano'n din. I mean, I won't lie, no. Masyadong extreme siya. Na parang gano'n, like what you said, Dex, no, na hindi na natin alam kung ano talaga yung purpose or yung like, okay, ganito dapat yung decision making or ganito dapat yung makeup ng family unit. Why? 'Di ba? It's good to ask the questions. I think that's probably where the woke concept came from kasi someone started to ask the questions. Pero from one extreme to another extreme na hindi na siya tama. So I think like and that's the reason why we have these conversations. So we want to break down no, these ideas so that we can really find if we want to be philosophical about it, if we really want to um, be as objective as possible, what is the right approach? So going back to the example of when you're raising children, for example, and then you're helping your child to maneuver through the challenges of life. One like side would say na okay, pamper, nurture, gentle parenting. The other side will no, there has to be discipline. Okay, I get it, no. Pero minsan if you're too focused on like one side, and then you just take it kasi ito yung tama kasi they said this. Tapos sila yung kasama ko, yung kakampi ko, kayo yung kalaban. Hindi rin eh. We have to be critical about every single decision that we make.
So in other words, you need to apply critical thinking in everything
Yeah,
basically,
which
and taking into account the nature, the difference between our nature as men and women.
right. Which sadly is hard because not a lot of people think critically.
They don't really. I was telling him in the lift. I mean, in the elevator just now. No, bro. Our conversation at the coffee shop was super good. Kasama pa si Ses. It was it was really fruitful yung conversation earlier. And then we realized, bro, how often do people talk about that? Most people would talk about sino yung recent na artistang nag-break up. Ayun yung usual na topic.
Or
Right.
or yung breakup nila ng girlfriend niya at masama yung loob niya, umiiyak
Yeah,
siya sa
that's it.
inuman.
Yeah, it's not even okay lang naman eh, but the question is how to solve this.
Yeah.
Solutions instead of just pouring out your emotions because it's not gonna bring it's only gonna make you feel good. Now, oh my gosh, bro, thank you for being here with me, listening to me crying. But that doesn't make your life better. Ganun ayun ang hinahanap natin bilang lalaki.
Yeah.
But there's this question that I want to ask, bro. Ito, kanina you were talking about like, decision making, right? How does a man know the line between being a leader and being controlling?
Good question. Yeah. I think that goes back to I'll go back pa rin sa yung sinabi ko kanina na yung decision making mo ba is it just for yourself or for the collective talaga? Like ako personally, like in our family,
How do you make decision?
when I make decisions, I will get everyone's input first. Like ito yung pinaka nakakatawa. I mean, our Friday.
It's not like my way or the highway.
No, because I mean, okay, fine. I mean, if that works for others, then great. But for me personally, like kanina, like Friday ngayon, kids got out of school early. Before picking you guys up from the airport, we had like 3 hours. So parang kami ni Ses nag-usap na uwi na ba tayo? Let the kids rest? Or do you want to go to the mall? And I was like, I don't know. So waited for the kids to come out, and then I asked each one of them, what do you want to do? You want to go to the mall? Okay, which mall? Oh, si Sam, okay. You also want to go to the mall? Which mall? Okay, agree kayong dalawa, Ayala. What are you gonna do there? I wanna do this. Ikaw, I wanna do this. Hindi pwede yan kasi we talked about that, di ba? Kung hindi, kasi si Sam wanted to buy a certain toy, which is bawal sa kanya yun. Oh, so I said no. So we already talked about that. That's not allowed, di ba? So let's So essentially, like the position based. Okay, kids wanna go to the mall. Sam cannot do this. I think the best mall to go to is this kasi walang ganong option. So everyone on board? Good. Let's get in the car. Let's go. So anyways, di ba? Sobrang ano, I mean like systematic, di ba?
That's how you're being decisive without being controlling. Kasi you still need to get the input of your partner and your children, and then make the decision and be accountable to that decision. Hindi yung parang dito tayo wala nang kukontra. That is the difference between controlling and being decisive. Being decisive kasi basically you are the one ultimately accountable to your decision. Ikaw yung sisisihin. Ikaw yung responsible. You'll be the one to lead. You are the leader of the relationship and the family.
You know, there are times when may sinabi sa yung family mo that they want to do something. Let's say same situation, right? We want to go here, okay? And then sabi nung anak mo or ni Mrs. Okay, let's use Mrs. Sabi ng wife, okay, I want to go here. And then you as a man, you said, okay, sige, punta tayo because that's what you want. And then you went there. And it was boring. And then, a lot of modern men would often find themselves, ikaw kasi, dito
Ayun. Sinisi na.
Sinisi si Mrs. What is your opinion on that kind of man?
I think you're just missing the point of leadership. Kasi we think about leadership as perks. Ako yung may say, ako yung masunod. Boss, di ba? That's what we think about it. Pero leadership kasi baliktad eh. Servant leadership.
Yes, exactly.
Leadership is about accountability.
Basically, the Christ-like leadership.
Yeah. I think we talked about this before. Diba?
Leadership service.
Yung upside down leadership, 'di ba? Yung yung kanta ni Bamboo, 'di ba? Na baliktarin yung
Sulok,
'di ba? It makes sense because we're missing that in the country now. Kasi tingnan mo yung leaders natin ngayon, lahat 'di ba? Mayaman, pera, 'di ba? Perks, 'di ba? Hindi kailangan pumasok ng mga sessions, because I'm powerful.
That's not powerful. Instead of you should be the one leading the war, serving. A good leader is leading the team during the activity or the mission.
And taking responsibility over the risk, hindi mo sinisisi. Yung subordinates mo. Because ultimately,
exactly. That's the word, subordinates, yes.
Your subordinates, because ultimately, you have the command responsibility. The buck stops with you. So, hindi mo pwedeng, kunyari, ikaw ang pumirma ng kontrata. Tapos may mali pala sa kontrata. No, tapos sasabihin mo, kasalanan mo yan yung sekretary mong pinasulat or yung assistant mo. Hindi, ikaw ang pumirma. Diba?
There's I think it's also a lot of it has to do with the culture na rin that the corporate world has placed on us, no? Kasi yung corporate na culture natin ngayon is pag nagkamali ka, you face the consequences. Okay, tama naman talaga. Pero it has come to a point na you can lose your job when you fail.
Which is
Diba?
your livelihood.
Which is your livelihood. Okay, I get that. But in some way or another, pag hindi din tayo careful kasi what that trains us to do is to do two things. Avoid risk. Okay, I don't want to fail kasi I might lose my job. So I won't take risks. Or if you do make mistakes, you cover it up by either pinning it on someone else or sweeping it under the rug, hoping no one finds out. And, diba, yung ganung culture, it really, because like the only way for you to move forward is to fail eh. Kapag walang failure, there's no learning. There's no of course, yes, you have to make calculated risks. I get that. But the point is, as men and as leaders, that's another thing. Like, if you do take accountability, how are you going to take accountability if you don't take risks?
Yeah, it trains you as well. But what advice would you tell our viewers when it comes to being decisive, especially the men out there, our family, our friends who are watching this show? Anong advice ang ibibigay mo?
Well, for me, don't be afraid to take risks. It's part of being a masculine, responsible man. That's why the society is built on a foundation of this role. When men protect the society, it means that they take responsibility over their actions, over their risks. Hindi when you do something and may pumalpak, ibang may kasalanan.
Yeah. Diba? Ikaw, bro, what advice would you give our viewers?
Obviously, this won't answer everything, but a good starting point, I think, is don't put too much of your identity on your failure.
Yeah.
I mean, si,
one.
diba? Kasi si Ses was just sharing to me this post na she saw today. Merong isang person na who lost their car kasi uh, uh, they put in a car loan para makapag-grab yung husband.
Hindi kumikita.
Tapos hindi kumita. So yung term is, we isinauli namin sa bank. 'Di ba? Just say it out loud. I mean, just for crying out loud, just say it up front. 'Di ba? Narepo yung kotse kasi wala kayong pambayad. It's a failure. Pero why do we put flowery words? Ay, I just gave it back to the bank. Why do you, 'di ba? Parang you're just downplaying the failure. Okay, I get that. Masakit. It's supposed to hurt. How are you gonna learn if it's not? Diba? If you don't know how to deal with that kind of pain, then you're never gonna learn how to fail. And more importantly, to fail forward. That's a very important. That's another book, by the way, by John C. Maxwell.
Fail forward.
Oh, yeah. Fail forward meaning you fail, but you learn from it. Iba din yung parang fail ka ng fail, hindi ka naman tututo. Oo, that's another, no, but like if you fail forward, yun, basically you're making mistakes.
Kind of like natural though. It's just a matter of when. Yeah.
It's like experimentation, bro. So remember Thomas Edison. Before he came up with the light bulb, he made like thousands of mistakes, sabi niya. But sabi niya, it's okay. I learned 1,000 times not to make a light bulb. That is failing forward.
Yeah.
Diba? But the problem right now, bro, malalim. Kasi sa factory style of education right now, grading system, they want you to follow the instructions really well and make it right the first time. Which is not the real world.
Yep, our education system teaches us to find the problem and to solve the problem with solutions.
What that they taught you.
Oo, na ito na. Someone found the solution already. Do it this way.
Nakabox.
Okay, fine. There are many situations where that applies. Obviously, if someone says your breath smells bad, here's mouthwash or here's toothpaste, that's a different scenario. But like for instance, no, in a situation where let's say for example, you have to come up with like a big amount of money, and then you only have a fixed salary.
Yeah.
Diba? Let's say, may utang kayo kasi nagkasakit yung isang family member. And then, medical bill piles up, millions na. Pero yung sahod mo, 60,000-70,000 lang per month. What's the mathing? Mawawala ka. And so, you have to have like that, like,
The
creativity which the education system does not teach you.
Yeah.
And so, if that's the case, then we're back to the same problem. Okay, men, for example, have to make a decision like that. What do you do? Kung wala yung critical thinking, you'll just feel stuck, and then you go into the cycle of you get addicted. You try to find ways to cover up the failure, the pain through vices, through being passive.
Bro, alam mo ba? That's why there are a lot of successful people. Successful people meaning those who were able to have a great impact in society. They didn't finish college.
Yeah.
Because, bakit? Because it doesn't serve their purpose already. And they command kasi ang sa school.
Yeah.
And the problem they're solving cannot be fulfilled or be assisted by a factory style education.
Yep.
That's just it.
Yeah. Normally kasi yung entrepreneurs, right? Successful people, they tend to do things outside the box. And our modern education system trains us to be within the box, the matrix. Yes,
Mm.
they want us to be in the matrix.
Conform.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the moment that na-realize mo na tinuturo sa'yo is not all, may iba pa outside the box. Then that's when you realize that, hey, they didn't teach me sales.
Mhm.
They didn't teach me finance. They didn't teach me financial markets in school
Or hustle.
or
Yeah.
hustle. But ito yung nagpapayaman sa ano. So,
Mm.
you
Yeah.
go in finance, stock exchange, $1.
Yep. Yep.
You know? Yeah. But describe a time, bro. When was the time when I realized that making a decision is my job as a man? Describe the time when you realized.
I learned that even before I had the relationship. When I decided to drop out of college.
Yeah.
So, story time. Uh, I won this ano kasi yung I won this marketing award. So nanalo ako ng Agora Youth Awards, which is like the most important award for marketing students. And during this time, I was already an entrepreneur. May business na ako.
Yung wedding,
Ako yung wedding photography business. And I was kind of like in a crossroads na kasi I had the chance to expand to Boracay. Pero if I expand to Boracay, I couldn't figure out the logistics of having a business in Boracay and having to go back for my literature 3 class or alam mo yun, parang I had to pick. So one time I was just sitting down with my dad and I was like, what do I do? Because obviously, there's a demand. Sinasabi na ng mga suppliers ko na lumipat ka na dito. Pag lumipat ka dito, magpa-fly tong business mo. And like my dad said, like, we had batchoy 4 a.m. Parang we were having batchoy and then in Iloilo, where I grew up. And I was like, what do I do? And now he told me, it's up to you because it's your life. You make a decision. You go this route, there are gonna be rewards and there are gonna be consequences. This route will also have rewards and consequences. Make your decisions based off that. I cannot make a decision for you anymore. So I was 18, 19 years old this time. And that moment I was like, oh nga no, if I never come to a point where I have to make these decisions on my own and I have to call my dad every single time I make a big decision, what will happen if I get married? And then like
Yeah.
I call my dad and say, Ses wants to do this. Should I do this? How's that gonna make Ses feel then? Na parang,
Yeah.
you have to call your dad to make a decision. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
diba? I mean,
He's looking up to you to.
He cannot rely on you.
right, right. And I think that was like a big turning point for me na parang, of course, I did not get to that point right away. Of course, I mean, there's a process to that. But that was, I think, the starting point na parang, okay, I have to make these decisions on my own. So, cut the long story short, moved to Boracay, diba? Set up my own life. Uh, every single business decision that I made was me, 18, 19 years old. I was paying staff, I was doing um, payroll operations, SOPs. I learned that at a young age and siguro parang looking back, that was a good kasi like the earlier that you can start, the better. I'm not saying of course that everyone should start a business at that age. Pero make decisions kahit in the small things lang. 'Di ba? Na okay, kailan ako gagawa ng project ko? How am I gonna manage my time? Ano yung kurso na pipiliin ko? Like why? 'Di ba? So those kinds of decisions without the guidance of your parents, those are no, and of course you're gonna make a lot of mistakes along the way, but that's the point, 'di ba? You learn how to face those mistakes, and back to what we said kanina, if you learn how to deal with those mistakes, the agony of having to face the consequences,
Yeah.
then
Then
you'll
you'll
figure it
figure
out.
it out.